Okay.
What can I get you today?
What year is it?
2026?
I'm not too late. Where is Gurpreet Singh?
Who?
Why is he talking like this?
The man who will become Prime Minister of Canada in 2050. He works here.
Is it AI?
Bro, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I can't tell them apart.
Why are you talking so quietly?
Because that's racist. And I can't say that out loud anymore.
In the future, there is no racism.
Really?
There is no one left to be racist. Only a certain race will exist.
Okay, but I seriously don't know which one is Gurpreet. I've been here 4 months and I just call everyone broad to be safe.
Gurpreet Singh, identify yourself.
Is there a problem here?
Are you Gurpreet Singh?
Assistant Manager Gurpreet Singh. Who are you?
I'm here to stop the future Prime Minister of Canada.
Me?
You.
So I get promoted?
You take over the entire country.
From assistant manager to prime minister? That's a great LinkedIn story.
This isn't a joke. You must be stopped.
Stopped from what?
From making the future too efficient. Every child learns Punjabi before English. Arranged marriages are tax deductible. Diwali replaces Christmas. Santa is brown and drives an Uber.
I don't see an issue with that. Before you do anything stupid, please consider who's gonna work the night shift if you kill me.
That's not my concern.
It will be. You kill me, you kill the only guy who can close. Then what? Chaos. No coffee. The country falls apart faster. Also, dude, I have 11 cousins. You kill me, another Gurpreet takes over. It's like a hydra. But with better work ethic.
There's no way to stop this.
Stop what? Indians working hard? Bro, we've been doing this for centuries. You think one robot with a turban's gonna change that?
What do I do now?
What the fuck?
Hello ladies and gents, today we're going to be talking about the 3 things that the narcissist fears the most. The first thing that they fear the most is exposure. Narcissists are, by their very definition, extremely concerned with their image, how other people perceive them. They're heavily invested. You could say that they consider that their survival, their sense of being, their sense of survival and existing in the world depends on their false self-image that they've invested so much in projecting outward. Having that self-image, that false image, exposed as being false is terrifying to them. What should you do with that information? That means that if you can catch them in barefaced lies, if you can record them when they're showing their true side and keep that recording, if you can capture emails where they show you their true side, they will be afraid of you exposing them, provided it is contradictory to their fake self-image. Now, if their self-image is that they're a bullying, sadistic psychopath and they're a narcissist as well, who is mean to people, and you say, I'm going to expose to the world how mean you are to me, they'll laugh at you because they're not afraid of that. They fear exposure. That's not exposure. So if they present the world as this, but you can show people that they're actually this way, that's exposure. If they're presenting to the world that they're a mean bullying dick, and you have evidence that they're a mean bullying dick, that's not leverage, that's nothing. That actually, in fact, if anything, that feeds into the self-image. So that's not going to work as leverage. The second thing that the narcissist fears is any sort of defiance. Defiance represents a loss of control. So when you become authentically defiant, not if the target acts defiant, gets themselves all revved up and says no for a minute only to fall back into old patterns of behavior, but when you show defiance where you say no, and you feel the no, and you mean the no, and you have the full intention of living that no, then they become fearful. Why? This feeds into their third major fear, which is a loss. Loss. Narcissists massively fear loss, particularly loss of supply. So if you deny them and you say no, that triggers the fear that you'll move to the next level and completely detach from them. There is no way you would say no and mean no if the false image was still held over you and you were still committed to making that relationship work. So false image is everything. False image is all. If you want like a sort of a battle plan, remember, false image is everything. Them maintaining their vain idea of who they are in the eyes of you and in the eyes of the community is hugely important to them. The second phase that explains all of their behavior is down to narcissistic supply. So in number two thing that they fear is defiance, because defiance, if it's real, will eventually lead to detaching from them and leaving. You can only say no if you intend to detach, and you can only detach and leave them if the false image holds no sway over you anymore. This they are terrified of. If they fail to convince you of their God-like status, of their specialness, their uniqueness, their amazingness, that they're the best thing that's ever happened to you, that you'll never do better than them, that you can't live without them. If they fail to convince you of that, they become deeply anxious. In fact, they go into abandonment terror. Why? Because this whole thing, this whole structure that they've created is about securing not love, but attention. Because in childhood, they never received love. So they attached to attention instead of love. And they didn't attach to a parent who would then go on to become an intimate partner. They attached to an audience member. So they can really only do a dynamic where somebody is applauding them. So, for example, in your defiance phase, you may stop applauding them. You may stop doing your job. You'll notice when you stop doing your job, when you start taking your toys home, when you take your attention and your emotion back and you're like, I'm no longer going to serve you in this weird dyad that we're in, then you'll see real fear. I know that I saw that in my last relationship. The only time I saw real fear was when I stopped bluffing and trying to fix the relationship, and I actually went to the place where I was like emotionally ready to leave. And it wasn't a tactic. I just stopped trying to appease her, and then I saw real fear because she knew that she'd lost control of me. And she knew that the next step was only moments away. Whether it would take 3 days or 3 weeks, or indeed if I'd lasted another 3 months, one day I would leave, it wouldn't matter, because she didn't have that magical hold over me. You can, if you want to, think of it like black magic, like love spells. You know, you have a love spell if you're doing black magic. If you're a witch or a wizard and you put black magic on somebody and you bound them to you with a love spell, and then you saw that spell breaking, and you could see the target like waking up from the magical slumber they've been put in and dusting themselves off and going, hang on a second, what the hell am I doing this for? I don't have to do this. You would become fearful. So they fear exposure. They fear damage to the narcissistic self-image. They fear defiance. And then they fear loss of supply.
I fear nothing.
Hey, yo, chill! How am I gonna beat the game? Can they stop me from beating the Ender Dragon? Let's find out.
We've
And if I
already
die at
seen
any
this.
point,